It's great to get a win. The locker room, it's pretty special right now, and I feel I'm just really proud of our team, and I'm excited for those guys. Obviously, there's going to be a ton to learn from today, both sides of the ball, offense, defense, special teams, the coaches. But I think when you look at the big picture of the game, it was just, you know, the battling back that we, you know, kind of constantly showed up in different ways, shapes, and forms. I mean, you look at the end of the first half and down 10 points late in the first half and found a way to make a play to get it close. And then, you know, in the second half, there's a number of times, you know, they get the interception, right? You can feel the tide turn. And I'm just so proud of our sideline, because at never one moment during the game did, you know, the offense or the defense or a player or a coach or anybody, you know, stand up or look the other way, looking for somebody to blame. They just battled the whole time, and really shows how much they care about each other. So really proud of our team in that regard. Got to give it to North Carolina. They're a very well-coached football team. A ton of respect for them and their players, and it was a special moment, you know, in that locker room for our players and our coaches and support staff. It's pretty cool. Also like to thank our fans who made the trek out here. You know, not an easy trip for them, and it was really cool at the end of the game to be able to go and say hi to them. So there's a lot of you know, things that transpired during the game that had a major impact. I think look at the big plays. We created 6 20-yard plus plays that were huge in the game. I think, like I said, the end of the first half, that series, and Ross bouncing back from a mistake that he made, but not going in the tank and believing, and stepped up and threw a ball to Vic that was huge. We had some new guys playing in the game today, just like they did, and thought they handled it really well. Again, there's going to be so much off the tape that we were far from perfect, you know, but it's never going to be quite as good as you want it. But man, it feels good in that locker room right now, and just really, really proud of our team, the players, our coaches, our university, our fans. It's just it's a great moment. Now, it can't define us. We got to go back and enjoy it tonight, but get to work tomorrow, and you know, continue to grow as a team in all phases. And I know they'll be excited once we hit practice again on Monday. So with that, we can open it up for questions.
With first-time starter on the road, what were your expectations for Ross today, and how much did he exceed them if he did at all?
We expected to win the game, and that, again, all due respect to North Carolina, we expected to win the game. We knew it would be a battle, and we knew there'd be some adversity along the way. But Ross, a lot like a lot of the other guys, you know, we didn't approach it any different. We didn't call it any different. You know, I was really proud of Ross, because he had a couple plays that you know, he didn't make the best decisions, and he'll learn from. But man, that guy just comes back and steps up and throws it again, and he did that today. So really proud of him.
How critical was that sequence, though? The targeting penalty, extend the drive, get the touchdown. You guys are down 17-7, about to give them the ball with a little bit of momentum.
Exactly, huge. You know, you could say that's one of the critical moments in the game, and to be able to generate points before half, because they had just scored, and I think the series before we had, you know, they had held us. So it was great to get some momentum going into half, knowing we were going to get the ball. And again, I just really proud of the guys for, you know, believing and continuing to battle and support each other. So that was pretty cool to see.
Towers had really impressive pocket presence, avoiding the rush many times. Is that one of the things that helped earn him that starting job?
Yeah, there's a number of things, but you know, Ross is a confident guy, and like I said, we expected him to play well, and we'll have plenty to coach on from the tape. But he's a confident guy. It wasn't too big for him. He was as cool as ice before the game. So I know people like to make a big deal about the first start and all that. And yeah, there's a little energy there, obviously, but he was fine. And never at any moment did I think this is too big for Ross, not at all. Or the other guys on our team that were making their first starts. So
showed a lot of confidence in your offense going for it on fourth down twice there in the fourth quarter. What did you like about that, and how did you like the way they responded?
Just kind of the rhythm and of the game, and knowing we wanted to keep those drives going. That would be important for us. You know, there's I don't know what the total number of snaps was on each side. Let's see here. You know, they had 89 plays, so you're getting up there in terms of number of plays against our defense, and we felt confident about the situations for our offense in those moments. And you know, like I said, Bo made some great calls on those fourth downs, and our guys went out and executed them. And you know, like I said, we believe in them, and it really wasn't any second thought to doing that.
You talked about Ross's play there after his pick coming back and taking that targeting and scoring, but the end of that half was Devontae's interception. How much momentum did that give you guys on the defensive side?
Well, a couple different ways, because obviously they had, they were making a drive there at the end and making a few plays, and Devontae had a really nice play at the end of the half, and almost got us back. If there's a little more time on the clock, you have a shot to kick a field goal. So again, just really nice play by Devontae, and I think just going into the locker room, that felt, you had a score, you had an interception, and guys in the locker room were great. I mean, nobody flinched, not one time today. So really proud of them for that.
UNC really had it going on the ground going into halftime, and not so much afterwards. Was it a particular adjustment, or did the guys just respond on that side of the ball?
Yeah, they did a really nice job with their run game. They involved the quarterback a ton, as you guys can see. So in that, it's numbers game, and they're looking at numbers, and they were doing a lot of check with me at the line of scrimmage to get the numbers in the run game. They got talented players there. So they did some really good things schematically. We did do a great job of setting the edge of the defense in the first half, and even the second, we weren't great, but we were better, which allowed us to kind of run down the line of scrimmage and make some tackles. For us, a big key was, we needed to get them behind the chains a little bit earlier in the series, so we had a better chance to get them off the field on third down. So, tribute to them for doing a really nice job with what they were doing, and then our guys kind of at halftime, we touched on some things and did a better job in the second half.
After the game, when the players were interacting with each other and then going over to the Cal fans on the sideline, they really acted like they'd been there before. Is that sort of a mentality that you tried to instill in them coming on the road?
Yeah, I think just the expectation, you never want to take these things for granted. It's hard to win. It's hard to win. So you want to enjoy it and celebrate it, and soak up that feeling, because that'll make you want it more. But like I said, we were not surprised. Not surprised that we won. We enjoy it. I want them to enjoy it going home, and we're going to be able to watch the tape and learn and grow from this one too. But I don't think we were surprised by any means. We expected to come in here and play well. And like I said, there's going to be a ton to clean up, but we were able to play well enough to win.
Does it feel any different to you as far as the role?
Not necessarily. Yeah, just a different vantage. Yeah, I think you're just looking at the game a little bit different. Some of the clock situations, some of the timeouts, the end of the game thing. So those are things that come up when you're in this position. But we got such a fantastic group of coaches. I'm telling you what, man, this offensively, defensively, special teams. They did an unbelievable job preparing our guys, and I'm happy for them and proud of them too.
It seemed like all week when we asked you about the travel, the early start time, the weather, you just always said it won't be an issue. How proud of the guys are you that they didn't allow any of that stuff to be?
Right, I think it's just kind of how you approach the whole thing, and we were never going to look at that. We're never going to change the location, the time, or the weather. So we don't worry about those things. We prepare. We have a process in place to prepare, and we worry about the things we can control, and that's what we did. And then, like I said, I don't think they ever thought about it otherwise, unless you maybe asked them about it.
Anybody else?
How's Vic look like he had to walk off the field there in the?
Yeah, I haven't got a full report yet on Vic.
How important was he? I mean, both he and Patrick kind of gave Ross a little bit of help.
Vic had 5 for 156 and 2 huge ones, right? 2 huge plays, and so great having Vic out there. He's a competitive guy. I mean, you could kind of go. There's a lot of guys that made big plays today, and a big play might not be the longest play, but a big play in the game, a 4th down run, or a block here or there, or something on defense. So, the tape will show all that. But obviously proud of Vic and those guys for making the plays when they came their way.
Okay, very good.